welcome back to game number 2 of Genesis Scrims. We are now in Vikendi, and with 30 seconds until the match begins, as always, sit back, relax and enjoy. And with a flight path taking us over Podvosto, Mount Kresnik, Coal Mine, Zabava, Krichas, Goroka and Port. The first teams to jump are Team 4, 20, 21 and 22, with Team 20 looking to drop near to Peshkova, with Teams 21, 22 and 4 going towards Hot Springs and Kantra, with Team 10 just going to the side of Cement Factory. Team 11 heading to Cosmodrome, 23 going to Trevno, and at 19, 25 going towards Goroka and Villa. And team number 1 are one of the last teams to jump and are yet to decide what location they're going to fly in. And SK Morco manages to get the first knock of today. So let's see if we can jump over there now and have a quick look. We see Team 18 are going up against Team 25, with Charles Lowell managing to knock and kill SK Sinew. Team 25 also down, with SK Luomo knocking and killing FE Bar with the assistance of EVC Malmi. And SK Morco is now leaving the building, moving around the left hand side, now trying to get the finish on FE Towel and Chels. Still being fired, and Charles is knocked whilst also getting FE Tau with the assistance of SK, and that is it, with EVC Malmi and the SK team getting the squad wipe there, and a flare has just gone up towards southwest. So let's have another look at the map and move straight over to Jen Dennis, who is just getting a knock. And we now see Team 3 going up against Team 23 at Trevno, just on the coast. And it is the Vision team going up against the Gen team, and Zen Supreme manages to knock a member of Sons of Odin, and YouTube Goki manages to knock Jen Dennis and Malice there, with the Zen team now taking on Sons of Odin, and YouTube manages to get another knock and a kill there, and it's just been taken down by Jen Darshan, who is now going to revive Jen Malice, with Jen Shax coming to get Jen Dennis. And that is Jen Darshan down. thanks to Team 23 with I Don't Care knocking SF Abstract, with another member of Team 23 now jumping around and knocking Jen Malice there.
Fuck off.
And I do apologise for the bad language. It appears as though a member of the team has decided to put on their all chat, with Vision wiping out the Gen team. And let's now leave Team 23 to continue their looting.
Oh, I'm actually too good.
And move over to Team 8, Riot,
Shut up, I was stuck in the window.
who are going up against Team number 6. And Riot Formal has just knocked Phil of Team Zen. And Riot Ghost has just been taken down by Spy's Bambi, who's just been knocked by Riot Mel, with Zen Don managing to knock
Go on, Don. On your right, Don.
Riot Mel there,
Heal up.
with FE Criminal drowning in the sea.
Oh, he's dead.
And that is Riot Mel getting the kill on Spies, with Formal taking down Zen Don. And SK Luomo has just knocked Jan, with Riot Wizard now going up against Riot Envy with Team 8 and 9. Riot Wizard knocks MVP Philipek with an Uzi. And Sons of Odin Badman has just knocked SK Luomo with Gem Fitzy knocking Morco. And Riot Wizard finishing off Riot Envy there. And Formal has just killed Philipek, with Riot Mel preparing a molly to go at I Don't Care. And Badman has just got the finish on SK Morco, with Luomo getting Gen Nick. And SK Luomo then kills Badman and Gen Temp there. And Fitzy also with Gen Fish knocking Andy K with an Uzi, and Goddess knocking Gen Fish. And we still have 4 members of Team 8 going up against Team number 9 at the moment. And with both teams inside zone, they have got the time to play this out. And Riot Mickey manages to kill Gen Fish on the left hand side there. And Team 8 are holding their position at the moment, with Team 9 seeming to retreat back away from this fight at the moment, with gunshots still being fired, just pushing them away a little bit more. And now Riot Mel moves location. So let's leave Team 8 and Team 9 at the moment. If we have a quick look at Team 23, they have separated, with Damo knocking Riot Mickey on the left hand side there, and Andy K knocking Damo. So let's jump over to Team 10 and have a quick look. With Team 10 going up against Team 4 at the moment, with 2 members of Team 4 down. And that is Andy getting a kill on Jen Tequila there, with Goddess knocking Susan Jacqueline, and NH Nemesis knocking to Moose, with Andy K getting the finish on Susan Jacqueline there. And we now have NH Obelisk coming in up against RPG, with RPG Lola getting NH Squishy. And that is a squad wipe with team number 10 coming out victorious there, with RPG still going up against NH. So if we can, let's jump over quickly and have a quick look. As we see Team 16 at the moment, we are looking at NH pre-mixed. And it looks as though Team 16 came out victorious there, with the last remaining member of Team 11, Jacko, currently in the red zone, with BM of Team 23 just standing at the moment. It looks as though he may be AFK, and with his other teammates having left, it looks as though he will be knocked and finished by the zone. And Zen Venom knocks Luna there on the left hand side, and it gets the kill, with Zen Seek getting Zen Queen and Zen Venom getting Zen Missy. So let's leave BM Shifty for now as the zone starts to do its damage. And move over now to Team 21, the Zen team. And Team 21 have just stopped their vehicles and are jumping at the warehouse. And they will start looting shortly, with Gavster being knocked by falling. So let's see what's happened over there. And it looks as though he has fallen out of his own car and is being revived by Goddess at the moment. They are inside the blue zone, and Gavster will need to heal up quickly before being knocked a second time. And there we have it, with AOD Nyx knocking Zen Venom with an Uzi on the left hand side there. And Team 10 now making their way in by car to the next zone, with 830 metres to go. And Zenvert gets the kill on AOD Nyx there with an M762. And if we continue having a look at the map, we have Death Defying near to the winery in the blue zone, just driving out now, with Team 11, 16 and 10 also following suit, with, as we saw a moment ago, BM Shifty still out in the blue by the coast. Looks as though he may have disconnected and is unable to get back into the game. But let's go over to Team number 9 at the moment, who are still with Team 8, as Zen gets a knock on Riot Wizard. And Zen finishes off Riot Wizard there, with Riot Ghost, Mel and Formal still in play, with I Don't Care just underneath Zen in the building, and Zen still perched on the rooftop. And there we see the play zone finally knocking BM Shifty, and it will finish him off very, very shortly. We are still with Zen perched on the rooftop at the moment, with I Don't Care running around just underneath. And Zen now moves down onto the bottom floor, now moving up to second. And Team 8 still have not pushed at the moment, so it seems to be a waiting game. If the zone moves and they then need to start moving in an alternative direction, that may be when we start seeing some interaction between the two teams. But for now, it looks as though smokes are being thrown to act as a distraction to see if any of them can rotate slightly. with Riot Formal and Mel looking to be on top of the roof at the moment, with Riot goes to the right hand side. And there we go, with Riot Formal rotating around the left hand side into the, what I would call an arena-ish sort of building to the left hand side, trying to get that rotation around the back, and he has managed it, with Zen and I Don't Care both being oblivious to his presence behind them. So we may see a knock for Team 9 in just a moment, with Riot Formal just behind them slightly to the left. And a molly has just been thrown into the road, keeping Zen on top of the roof at the moment. And Zen's Seek has just knocked EVC Malmy there. And Zen is now moving into the building next door. And it looks as though they may have realised that Riot Formal is in the building next door to them. With Zen now returning to the building he was on top of a moment ago. But let's leave Team 8 and Team 9 on their own at the moment and move over to Team 24, the DH team, as we see them against Team 19, with Zen Seek getting the kill on EVC Malmy there. And there we see Zen knocking Riot Mel, with Lorianne knocking DH Bazza with a grenade, and Riot Formal knocking Zen. And Leroy is inside the window there and knocks DH Buff, with Lorianne on the right side of the wall trying to get the finish there. And DH Buff is now being revived by Redders, with Orphic knocking Bazza and Leroy knocking Redders, with Leroy also getting Buff. So that is a squad wipe for Team 24 being taken out by Orphic and Leroy there, and Lorianne, with I Don't Care now knocking the Riot members. And we're now with Team 15, who have noticed Team 5 over at Northwest. And we are still with Team 15 at the moment, looking towards Team 5. Neither teams are choosing to interact with one another at the moment. And with Team 15 on 4 kills, they may be looking to increase their placement. And may try and hold that compound as it is in the zone. But now that we're up to 18 minutes, let's have our midway game recap. We're with Team 15 at the moment, NH, who have 4 kills to their name. There are 32 players left remaining. The blue zone is moving in, so as always, it is still very much all to play for. And I know that the NH clan will want to maintain their winning streak from game number 1. And it looks as though at this moment in time, it is still very possible. But let's have a quick look at the map as it stands, with teams 9, 18, 19, 23, 16, 21, 22 and 11 still needing to make their way into the next zone. And with the teams at the moment, we have team 21, 15 and 12 and 10 being the only teams remaining with 4 players. We have I Don't Care for Team 9, Sons of Odin Jacko for Team 11, and SK Luomo for Team 18 going on their own. And the players that may have some interaction very shortly are teams 11, 21 and 22, who are nearby to Dino Park at the moment, with Sons of Odin Jacko now making it into zone, going towards team number 10, and has driven right up to them. And shots are now being fired towards Sons of Odin Jacko. So let's see what happens here, with a molly being thrown in and just managing to miss him, with another molly being thrown right back. And Jacko has just been hit by a molly, and that is the end, with him killing himself with his own molly. And I Don't Care has just knocked BM Nemris. So let's leave Team 10 and move straight over to team number 9, with Sons of Odin tries getting a knock here. And team number 9 now going straight up against team number 12. And I Don't Care is now throwing a grenade towards team 12, with a grenade being thrown right back. And Moonin almost landing right on top of it, with NH now going up against Lorian and Leroyd. And Orphic manages to knock NH Flareon. And a molly now being thrown directly towards southeast, with Orphic knocking NH Bayleaf. And another grenade being thrown, but just being slightly off target and being thrown too late. And Orphic has just knocked NH Duke, with Deadpool rotating around the left hand side with Orphic. And that is it, with Deadpool managing to get the kill on I Don't Care by using a good rotation there, with Moonin taking a fair amount of damage there, with the distraction and rotation method proving to be a very good strategy here for team number 12. And with the zone now coming in when 195 metres to go, Sons of Odin Mr. Kais is now moving in by car, and Zen Scobes finishes off at Death Defying Gemma. So let's leave team number 12 to make their way into zone, joined by team 18, 19, 22 and 21, who also need to move in. And most teams seem to be quite separate at the moment, apart from team 21 and team 22. With the death-defying duo now going up against 4 members of the Zen team, team 21. So let's see who comes out of this alive. And Chauffeur is knocked by Zen Scobes, leaving Death Defying Savage, the last ender member of team 22. And that is the end of Chauffeur being finished off by Zen Scobes there. And we are now watching Death Defying Savage taking cover in an upstairs room. And Savage has spotted Looney on the stairwell and is now taking shots and gets the knock there. And now prepares a molly to try and get the kill. And gets a direct shot on Zen Looney there. And that is it, with Death Defying Savage getting the kill there, with NH pre-mixed knocking Sons of Odin Deadport with an M249. So let's have a quick look at team number 12, with Deadport being finished off, with team 10, team 21 and 16 just up ahead of them. And team 12 are now being shot at by team 16, NH Nemesis and NH pre-mixed, with team 5 Zen over at northeast and team 10 just behind them. And Moonin has spotted NH Nemesis and gets the knock there, with Sons of Odin Tiger rotating around the back. And Moonin gets the finish on NH Nemesis there, with NH pre-mixed finishing, knocking Sons of Odin Ties and just managing to move out the way of Moonin, who is then knocked, leaving Sons of Odin Tiger, the last standing member of team number 12, who is now getting the revive on Ties. And that is pre-mixed getting the finish on Kai's there. And that is Tiger finished off there by NH pre-mixed, who now is taking the time to use a first aid kit to get back some health. And we're now back with team number 5. And Zen Scobes gets the kill on SK Luomo there. And team number 5 now going up against team 21, Zen v Zen, as Zen Scobes is knocked. And the play zone then finishes off Zen Scobes there, with Zen Venom now trying to scope in on Death Defying Savage, who has wisely used the smoke as a distraction, and Zen Venom is focused solely on that at the moment, giving Savage the chance to move to the right slightly. And now we have Team 10 and 21 now shooting, with Molly being thrown and Zen Venom still not knowing where Savage is located. And Zen Vert knocks Zen Alex there. As Savage takes the chance to move in to the right slightly, with Zen Venom still being unable to locate him. And Zen Seek finishes off Zen Alex there, with Zen Vert losing around 80% of health, and Zen Venom now being pushed in by the zone, with Team 5 being the furthest team away from zone. We have Savage just up nearby to them, with Seek now going up against him, with Zen Venom sitting on the edge, and Zen Seek gets a finish on Savage with a Groza. And that gives you the top 3 for game number 2, with Team 10 going up against Team 5. And that is it really quickly, with Team 10 now going up against Team 5 to get the win. We've got Riot going up against Zen, with Zen Seek knocking Andy and Zen Venom being finished off by the zone. Zen Vert is down, and that is the end of game number 2, with Riot in first place with 9 kills. We have Zen in second with 11. We have Zen in third with 3. We have Death Defying in fourth with 1. And we have NH in fifth with 8 kills. If you have enjoyed this stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. You have been watching Genesis Scrims, and all that is left for me to say is please take care, stay safe, and we will see you again next week, same time, same place. Thank you for watching, and good night, guys.